Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and hello if you are new, thank you so much for clicking on the video. So as you can tell from the title, in today's video I'm going to be doing a look and a review on the Shane Dawson in collaboration with Jeffree Star Conspiracy palette, which, if you don't already know, Shane Dawson is literally my favourite person that I've never met, if that makes any kind of sense. Like, he is my favourite celebrity, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it. Like, he is, I just love him. I love him so much. Like, I feel like I need to meet him before I die because he's just everything. I just love him so much. Anyway, so obviously I had to get the palette. I've been watching the whole series. I literally watched the series kind of as he posted them. I was like one of the first people to click on the video, no matter where I was, what I was doing, if I was about to fall asleep, if I had just woken up, I was clicking on them videos and watching them the minute they came out because I'm obsessed. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm just obsessed with Shane Dawson. I realise I am like the last person to post this video because I have seen so many people already doing reviews and demonstrations of this palette, so I kind of am like the last one to post it, so that's a bit shit, but I am going to just do it anyway because I have the palette. I bought it to use in a YouTube video and I can't wait to use it because it's Shane's palette and I love Shane. I just love him so much. So obviously this is what the palette looks like, everyone knows this, so I'm not even going to go into, you know, showing you swatches or anything, because if you want to see swatches, there's about 100 videos already posted, probably more, of swatches, and also they're on the Instagram, Shane and Jeffree's Instagrams, and their videos as well. So everyone's already seen the palette, everyone's already seen the swatches. You don't need me to go into detail, I'm not going to bore you with that. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, if this wasn't Shane's palette, I probably wouldn't have bought this palette because these colours for me are quite random. Like, they're kind of go together and they kind of don't, but I do still think you could create some really cool looks with this. I mean, it is a bit of a random palette, let's not lie. Like, this yellow is so random, like even the pink, I like the pink, but it's just a random palette. Like, there's some colours in here that I just think, like, how the hell am I going to use that? But yeah, anyways, I'm going to stop talking because I'm even boring myself, and we're just going to use the palette and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. I haven't actually properly used it yet. I used it really briefly the other day. Like, I literally just put like one of the shades in my crease and then just like put a lid colour on just to run out the door, but I haven't like properly played around with it. I have swatched all the colours and they seem incredible, so I'm really excited. Oh, I love doing that. That is so satisfying. So I'm first of all going to take the shade Tanacon, which I feel like is going to be my favourite shade in the whole palette because this one is a really perfect kind of warm brown transition shade that you could use with literally any look. So I'm just going to take that on a Zoeva brush and I'm just putting that through the crease of my eye. This isn't like, I didn't want this video to be too much of a tutorial, more so just like a review of the palette and just kind of like what I thought of it and just using some of the colours. I've never actually used Jeffree Star's eyeshadow formula before. I've never used any of his palettes. I've always kind of had my eye on Blood Sugar, but I never purchased it just because I feel like with his palettes, like the Blue Blood and the Blood Sugar, you can only really get like a certain type of look from it. Like the blue one is obviously you're going to get blue kind of eye looks from it, and the red one I felt like you could just only really get like red and gold eye looks from it, whereas I like buying palettes where I can create like multiple different looks, so that's why I haven't purchased any of his palettes before. This one, obviously, I feel like you could create so many looks with this and use it in conjunction with other palettes, so I feel like I am going to use this one a lot, but we will see. So that colour has applied quite nicely. I'm getting a little bit of a build-up of colour here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like clinging a little bit to that patch, which I sometimes get on this eye. I don't know what it is with this eye, but sometimes this eye causes me so many problems because it just gets like, I get this little patch here. I don't know what it is, but I don't think that's the eyeshadow. I think that's just my eyeball because that happens all the time. I'm now going to go in with Cheese Dust here, which is like a kind of orangey shade. The pigment on this, I feel like it's going to be a lot, like, yeah. I'm just going to put this on my outer corner. And I'm also going to take that through the crease as well. I've literally just decided because I might even do like a little bit of a cut crease moment. Hello! Focus please, bitch! Are you actually kidding me? Why the hell is my camera bugging out today? So I'm just building up this colour kind of in my crease, and also on the outer corner, and just winging that out because I feel like that's kind of the shape that suits my eyes in particular. I'm going to cut my crease because I feel like I want to like add more colours, and I'm not going to be able to do that if I don't cut my crease. So I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. This one is just the Too Faced Born This Way, which is my favourite concealer, in the shade Snow. So how I cut my crease is I literally just put a little bit on my eye like that, and then I just look right up, and then it kind of imprints where you want to put that cut crease, so you know where you can take it. If you take it lower than that line, then it's just going to transfer up there anyway, and you're going to have a mess. And then with my finger, I'm just kind of tapping that edge into the colour that we just did, just so that it blends really nicely. I'm going to go over with eyeshadow anyway, but I always like to do that just so it blends. And then I'm just going to press the concealer into my eye with my finger. I'm not going to set this because the colours will stick much better when it's a little bit more tacky. So I really want to use this silver shade, which is Diet Cola, because I feel like this is going to look really sick with, well, any eye look, because it's just a really beautiful metallic silver shade. I'm going to start off with using this dry on a brush because I want to see how it applies dry. If it doesn't apply that well, I might just go over and spray my brush with a bit of Fix Plus, but I'm just going to take this on a flat brush. I'm just going to pat that in the inner corner. Oh wow, that was with no kind of wetness to my brush. Look how pigmented that is. That is really nice. I'm not usually a silver eyeshadow girl. Like, silver's obviously more of a cooler colour, and I prefer more like warm tones on me. Actually, that is really pretty. I'm going to take that right across the top of the cut crease, but I'm not going to bring it on this area here because I do want to use another shade there. Beautiful, I love that. That went such a long way as well. I only needed a tiny bit and it spread across my whole eye. Now I'm going to take the shade Sleep Paralysis, which is more of a darker taupey kind of gunmetal shade, I want to say. And I'm going to take that on that same brush, and I'm just going to literally pat that kind of more in the centre of my eye. I will say you do get a little bit of fallout with these shades, so just be mindful of that, like really tap off your brush. But I'm just gonna pat that on the lid of my eye. Whoa, okay, I got loads of fallout then, like loads. But luckily I've already powdered my skin, so I can literally just swipe it off. My camera is just not focusing. Hello? Hello, thank you. Okay, you can't really tell a difference between those two shades if I'm being completely honest. They do kind of blend into each other quite seamlessly, which I kind of wanted more of a difference, but it still looks nice. It definitely looks cute. I don't really know where to go from here. This is my problem because the colours are kind of, they don't really go together. Like, I want a kind of colour to deepen up my outer corner, but I don't want to go in with the black or the purple because I feel like it won't go with the orange. There is a red which could work really nicely, but I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to go into this shade here, which is Flaming Hot. This is obviously the red in the palette. This might ruin it, I don't know. So I'm going to pat that on my outer corner. I am going to very slightly angle that down because I like the way that looks, where it kind of like blends in. My camera is actually pissing me off today. It's not focusing and I don't know why, and I'm really not a techie person, so I actually don't know what to do with it. Like, it's just not working. I'm just packing on this red shade. I thought this red shade would actually be a little bit more pigmented than what it is. Like, I'm having to build it up, which is fine because sometimes that's better because you have more playtime with it. Like, you can really sort of, you know, play around with it and sort of build it to where you want. They literally blend so easy as well. Like, literally so easy. Like, you barely have to touch it and it's already blended. I'm just going to take a really small brush and I'm going to take the shade Ranch, which is the sort of whitish shade, and I'm just going to put that in my inner corner. I freaking love that. So now just for my lower lash line, I'm going to go back into the first shade that we used, which is Tanacon. I'm just going to run that all along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into the shade Cheese Dust, which is obviously the orangey shade. And again, just running that completely along my lower lash line. And I'm going to take Flaming Hot, and I'm literally just going to take that on the kind of outer lower lash line, just so that it all ties in with the top. I just realised I've just done the most unwearable look ever, which is not ideal because I wanted this to be wearable, but it's clearly not. I'm just going to quickly go off camera and do the other eye. I'm going to add a winged liner and some lashes as well, and then I'm going to come back to tell you my kind of final thoughts on the palette. Right guys, so I've applied my other eye and I've applied lashes and a winged liner as well. The lashes that I have on are by Sosu, which I get these from Primark, and these are in the style London. Yeah, I actually really love the lashes. I think they're really, really good for £5. They're very, very easy to apply. Overall thoughts on the palette. I know this isn't the most wearable look, by the way. Like, I kind of feel like this is a little bit more out there. It's a little bit more like festival or like going out on a night out appropriate. But I just wanted to use quite a lot of the shades and just be a little bit more adventurous with the palette, because obviously I feel like that's what the palette is about. It's about being a bit more adventurous. And yeah, overall thoughts are that it is amazing. The shades are so pigmented. They blend like a dream, and yeah, I do think that you can create quite a lot of looks with this palette. I'm definitely going to film some more on my channel, so yeah, if you wanted to see more looks using this palette, I definitely will be filming more in like sort of upcoming tutorials and things like that, because I absolutely love this and I really want to play around with it even more. So if you did enjoy the video, then please be sure to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That would be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.